Hey, welcome to Better Than Heroes. My name's Andrew. I play the level 5 human bard Flute Whimteaser, aka the Windrider. Huge episode milestone tonight. This is episode 20. We've done 20 episodes. That's crazy.
Episode 20.
That is bananas. That's like 40 hours, more than 40 hours of Dungeons & Dragons. A work week of Dungeons & Dragons that we've done and shared with y'all. So thank you for watching. If tonight's your first night watching, huge thanks for jumping in. If you've watched every single episode, huge thanks to that too.
And there's a lot of them.
awesome.
There's a lot of people who are watching right now who've been here since the beginning. And,
That is super
shout out
cool.
to you.
Yeah. And so we're going to be gifting out some subs. And if you subscribe to us on Twitch or you're part of our Patreon, you can come check out our Discord. We chat about all kinds of stuff on Discord. So we're on there all throughout the week. And we also have a Patreon with all kinds of fun stuff and different tiers. And you can play D&D with us. All kinds of cool stuff. And this Friday, we're going to be streaming a special horror game because it's October. We have to. We're going to be streaming a game of 10 Candles, which is a very fun horror game. We have a very fun lineup. We're going to have K.A.I playing in that.
Whoa.
K.A.I's first tabletop role-playing game should be
cool.
Should be an experience.
And it's gonna be like a gentle shadow-clad mystery.
Yeah, exactly. Just people being torn apart and eaten horribly or whatever happens in the game. So that's this Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight's game.
Shout out to Drawing is the Taste, our good friend who just gifted 5 subs to us as well.
Oh my god.
He's
Shout out.
You're insane.
he's our wealthy, talented uncle. He comes in and he spreads his wonderful vibes around. Thank you, Drawing is the Taste.
He gets the hype train going.
Thank you, Jeff. And he has a drawing stream that we host right here Tuesdays.
It's
We
true.
sure do.
Come hang out.
Also, big shout out to Big Top
Big Top.
Productions.
Big top.
You.
For
Our
production in
sponsor.
us. Also, my name is Jordan Dahl. I play the Moonboy, a level 5 Moonboy. And I'm worried about him. I've been worried about him all week, I'm not going to lie. It was,
The Moonboy
still
or Big Top?
perspiring. Big Top's going to be fine.
Okay.
Big Top.
Cool.
Big Top has a safety net. The Moonboy is out of
Yeah. We don't even
celestial
know where he
form.
is.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's crazy. It's craziness.
I'm also worried about it.
Like, I love that I can see you all thinking about the session, like, in your eyes as
Yeah.
you all are doing the announcements. You're like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Supposed to be
This is
thinking
good.
about
You're
announcing.
seeing
Yeah.
the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
This is a
All
week's
week
worth.
long. All week long. Just stewing
been-
in my own juice like a
been
tomato.
bad.
Y'all are just stalling.
The only one who can. The only one who can say
if we
this.
keep
Fine, you're right.
If we keep the announcements going, we
The
can
only
never
one who can
get
say
killed.
this is Aaron by doing the next part of the announcement.
That's right. I'm Aaron Urist. I'm a level 5 Aaron Urist. I play K.A.I, the Artificer. And you may have noticed Rachel's not with us tonight. That sucks. She had an awesome thing that is going on. But we do have tonight, we have live music that you're hearing right now from the incredible Jason Wardell on the ones and twos. No, he's on the synths.
So the
Straight-
synths
straight
and
where
You
sevens.
are so
From the
excited about it.
cosmos, from the
Yeah.
deep celestial realm.
But we're going to get into it. We're going to watch our intro. We're going to watch our recap from last week, episode 19. And then we're going to play Dungeons from Dragons. Which is the
for-
Fiddler on the Roof-esque music version.
Dungeons before
Dungeons and
but not
Dragons.
after
Sounds crazy, no?
wagons.
All right, get us out of here. I'm amazed that still surprised me. Let's go.
Last time on Better Than Heroes. In the widower bar known as Murderitaville, as the crew followed their new friend Valerie Lavray to a secret backroom portal. A series of natural ones led to a scuffle.
Did we win?
We're
Everyone's
doing
still
good.
alive.
We're going through now, Moonboy. Because of
everyone's-
you.
After Valerie talked her way through the portal anyway, the Moonboy became suspicious and decided to consult the moon, who warned of danger through the portal.
I cast augury. 1 second, and he takes his hat off and he sticks his head in. Thunk. should I go through this portal, the moon? Should me and my friends follow Valerie Lavray through this portal?
You get a strong whoa from the moon.
Don't go through, huh?
But before he could relay his message, he was attacked by widower guards.
Once he sticks his head in the hat, I'll be like, he gets sick going through.
Real quick, Andrew, roll a deception check. When you say that about the sickness, the Dragonborn looks at you and just pulls a huge hammer out from behind him, and you don't even see what is happening as he pulls it down and just smashes it on Moonboy.
After the dust settled from the sudden violence, the crew grabbed Moonboy and plunged through the portal.
I will grab the Moonboy and pull him through the portal.
No, the moon's He's making me choose between the moon and the Windrider.
Confronted by an enraged Valerie, Moonboy ran into the bowels of the Ark, pursued by all his companions besides Windrider, who followed Valerie upstairs. There they were waylaid by Ventress of the Meridian Tract, who held Flute at sword point and disappeared Valerie.
Would you like these diamonds and to leave?
No, I don't want diamonds.
Okay, can you make a wisdom saving throw then? Flute, you see Valerie, her body like swirl and suck into nothing, and she disappears.
The crew is split. Can the crew make their way out of this pickle? Did Moonboy finally find a pickle he doesn't like? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes.
All right. Hello, everyone. Here we go. So, where we find our party in this moment, they've all come through this portal, and we're in a room speaking with each other. Valerie Lavray put a hard ultimatum on them of if they were going up with her or going to do their own thing. Moonboy ran off deeper into the ship. Klik was the first one to go after, and it followed by K.A.I, who, after talking to Flute, Flute said, you know, I have the walkie-talkie. We have this communicating device. I'll go up top with Valerie. You go after them, and then we'll stay in touch. And so Moonboy had a bit of a head start. Klik had a bit of a head start, and then it took them some time up top with what happened at the end of last session to kind of like sneak about and get to the spot that they were. And so we're going to start with the Moonboy and K.A.I. K.A.I, you go down these stairs and you see a split. You're going deeper into the ship, and you can hear some pretty close voices. And as you get to the bottom here and are checking it out, the first thing you see is two open doors that lead into a large hall, and you see a hallway to your right and a hallway to your left, and you can immediately see too that they are there's like a bunch of doors in the wall on the hallway to your right and the hallway to your left that are smaller, and it's not hard for you to know that this is quarters, basically. These are those doors are quarters, and you see one of the doors to your right kind of like opening up, and you have no real choice but to step into this large hall in front of you. So before we do anything, here you are in this open hall. You can do whatever you want with it. There are tables throughout the room that are kind of like long in line. The ceilings are high. They're artificially lit with some like glowing orbs that are attached like chandeliers. And there doesn't seem to be anyone in this big open room. Not even a Moonboy currently, or a Klik, who were both ahead of you. And what do?
I want to keep moving after Moonboy. That's mission number 1 is to find him.
Okay, great. Well, then when you do a investigation check to see if you can find this Moonboy, and Moonboy, let's have you roll a stealth check, since you noted to me before this session started that you're gonna not necessarily be found quickly. So
24.
21.
all right, you hear, or you see under a table, just some tiny little open-toed sandals of that is clearly the Moonboy kind of like curled up underneath one of these long, like great hall tables. This is clearly a dining area, a mess hall of sorts. No sign of Klik, but you do see where the Moonboy is, like crouched under one of these tables.
I just, for some reason, know not to go look for her. Somehow. I'm going to bend down to talk to the Moonboy like a mother discovering their child hiding under their bed.
Great. So you all are both under this table now as you kind of like squeeze under there. Once again, you all are having a meeting under a table. And so yeah, you all can take it from here.
I'm going to put out my hand and be like, come, let's go.
You stay on the table. You could get on the table with me, K.A.I, and we could stay here and we can wait.
You cannot
until
hide under the table
The
as
ship
much as
can
I
land, and
would
we can
like
get
to.
out. And
Flute
then
is,
nobody will have
regardless of what is happening with Flute and Valerie, he's upstairs with
I
her
haven't
right
seen
now.
Flute Flute is here.
Windrider. Sorry, I get them confused so often.
Oh, so do I.
Windrider is upstairs with Valerie right now, and he might
didn't-
need our help.
He can't. We're not supposed to be here. The moon
But we
said-
are here now.
and she's.
I agree, this is not... No one is happy with what is happening. But he needs our help. And we have to go to him. Because we are a crew. And we are family.
What would Windrider do? He would, for sure, want to save Windrider. He says it all the time. He
I
says
agree with you
Windrider
100.
looks out for Windrider, and so he would definitely say save Windrider. And if Flute's there, he would probably want to see him as well, because neither of us have seen him in a while.
I agree. So,
All right, can I heal? I would like to cast. Actually, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Yes.
Sure. Yeah. You can you have this time here. I'm kind of like balancing out what's happening here and letting it, once it hits a point where the time has passed, up above and we are back to the moment with Flute, I will switch over there. But right now you all are pretty successfully hidden, it seems, under a table. And there's no one in this room right
I
now.
am going to cast Cure Wounds. The Moonboy casts Cure Wounds on himself at level 3. No.
Okay.
Yeah, level 3. Why not?
I don't got it for you right now.
That's okay.
Boy.
Son of a bitch. I rolled 2 1s and a 7, so that's 9.
Oh God!
Oh, it's not over. It's not over. One thing's for sure, it's not over. So that's 9, 13. That's lucky. So I regain 13 hit points.
Cool. So as you're, under this table, there's just a little hiccup and, some arcane light and
Some flashing blue moonlight.
um,
And,
And-
smell.
right around the same time, you hear a door open, like right afterwards. Like you kind of like have a moment to see, there was a little bit of a flash with the magic, but right after that moment, you hear a door kind of swing open and fall back close, and you hear heavy footsteps in the kind of on the far side of this hall, and some clink of dishware, and but nothing, no reaction to that, no yell out. Yeah.
Who's that?
Can we see anyone in the room?
You both can do perception checks if you would like to. As you all are hunched under this table, and there's a lot of tables in this room. There's probably 30 tables, like big, long ones, too. So it's clear that this is for a large group of people.
I've got so many windows open.
17.
With a 17, if you get higher than that, I'll add on to this, but you...
19.
19, cool. You hear singing, just kind of like, just a bit of humming to oneself, and it's in this like low, deep voice, and as you're looking through the tables, you can see green feet in kind of like flip-flop, like shoes similar to Moonboy's, and you can even kind of like peer out a little bit, Moonboy, and get a good glimpse of a orc with two big tusks coming out of its lower jaw in a chef outfit, and is beginning setting a table here.
Do I have to engage someone? Does the Moonboy have to be talking to someone to kind of read them with his sort of insightfulness, or can he sort of eye this guy up and sort of a sense motive on him? I think if he sees this guy, he's going to be like, can I talk to this person, or do I want to hide from this person?
Yeah, sure. You can do it. You can do an insight check on specifically that on how you think this orc chef would react to you.
What kind of vibe is this dude throwing off? That is 10.
10. You've talked to some mean chefs, and you've talked to some grumpy chefs, and he's singing to himself, so that seems cool.
I will inform K.A.I. He's a chef. Maybe you could talk to him about cooking, and then we could kill him. I don't know. I've gotten
Maybe we should try to sneak out of here.
Okay. Okay, yes.
We try.
No, you've got good ideas. Okay.
Try that first.
Okay.
Okay.
So you all leaving? If you want to look for, are you going back the way you came, or are you trying to find another way somewhere else?
I think back the way we came, right? It wasn't that far.
I think, honestly, the Moonboy is kind of in a... I think he's sort of sheepish. He sort of feels like he messed up, and he's not really trusting his judgment at this point, so he's taking all suggestions. Cool. And he's following K.A.I.
Classic post lash out moment where you're like, oh, okay, cool. I need to check in with my friends.
He's remorseful.
Yeah.
He's going through the stages.
Cool. Great. All right, let's have you both do a stealth check to see if you can get out of here without being noticed by this chef. And some real end of Jurassic Park moment as you are hunched down trying to move behind these tables and see if you can get out the door without being noticed.
23.
Yeah. Oh, that is a 15.
Great. So with that, Kai, you have a very clear image in your mind of as you just came through here, looking out, and you watch his kind of like row pattern. He gets to the end of the table, and you see him turn and head back to the kitchen, and you're like, no, and you head back toward that door, and you get back to the edge of the door too, and you peep around, and there's no one on either side in the kind of like bunk hallways as you start toward going back up there, and you see Moonboy, and you turn back, and he pushes past the bench here and makes that break for it too, and steps out right with you as you all both step out of this hallway and kind of pull the door just a little bit behind you as the chef comes back through. So you successfully did that, no problem. And you can whittle your way... No, not whittle. You can wiggle your way back up these stairs to... You're back in the portal room with the two dead widowers and where you all came through. And with that, right in that moment, we're going to cut back to Flute before you see what you see in that room. So, Flute, you are there with Ventress this blonde elf with a big long rapier pointed to your back, and you just saw him reach out and a spell kind of come out of his hand and just whisk away Valerie Livray. Wow, look at that rhyme. And there you are. At the end of last session, you said you had an action held. You can tell me what you want to do with that, but he looked down at you and said, one down, many to go, and is just there with you, watching you. So what would you like to do?
As I watched Valerie getting folded into time and space and sucked away, my good eye clouds up a solid black as my breathing gets ragged, and as I'm looking down, I'm looking behind me, and I cast darkness behind me, and I'm going to sprint forward, and I'm going to pull out my walkie-talkie and on all channels say, Ventress on the top deck. Is there anywhere to hide? What's immediately in front of me?
Well, let's slow this down for just a tiny second. You can do all of those things. You can get this out. But we're gonna go ahead and pop into initiative then.
Okay, so that's a much better example of someone who thought about it for a week. That was great.
I know you really dived into Moonboy's like emotional mullings under that table, and Andrew's like, I cast darkness.
I guess darkness.
Okay, cool. And while you all are rolling initiative, Case, if you wanted to throw up the image of the top deck of the Ark here, we have an image from our good friend Joshua Smith. Every map's a story.
Can I see it if I'm not on the stream?
I'm about to pop it and roll 20 for you. Case is going to throw up just the image of what you can see. And oh boy, I've loved all of these maps. This is blown me away. I love it so much. So check it out. Yeah.
Also, this music is fucking sweet.
It's incredible.
Sweet. You're killing
Jason,
it.
It's really putting me there.
Whoa, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put you all over
Whoa, this
here.
rules.
You are here. You all are hiding over here, and Ventress is right here behind you. Okay. So you can kind of see that. You can see what you have to kind of like move around you, and if you want to make a decision out of that. But if you all could throw those initiatives I'm ready for them whenever you've got them.
You want them from us as well?
I do, yeah. As you all are going to walk into another room. Yeah.
I got a nat 20, so I got a 23 on mine.
All right.
I got to 21.
That 20 when it counts. Can we get a second for that? Holy moly.
Yeah, it's good.
It's true.
That was a... Sorry, I'm bad at math. That was officially 17.
17, all right. Cool. So I'm going to give you the darkness spell as a surprise here, because I rolled to see if Ventress is caught on to your vibe with this, and he rolled a disadvantage because he was distracted when just casting a spell. And he did not get your spell save DC, which I believe is 16. I'm going to call it that, right?
It's not. It's 14.
14. Okay, well, he got an 11, so with a disadvantage. Yeah, so you're going to get this darkness spell off first. Can you remember the radius of darkness?
Yes. Or it's a sphere that I believe is 15 feet, but I'll tell you. Yeah, it's a 15-foot radius sphere.
And you're casting it on yourself, right? So that you can run out of here?
I cast it, between my legs, basically. As close to being on him as I could.
Okay.
Without turning around.
Yeah, gotcha. Between the legs.
So yeah, basically on myself. But since he caught me hunched over, yeah.
It's not a full-on fart joke, but it's implied. One could infer.
Okay, cool. So you have you should be able to see it now on the map here, and you have this darkness spell. That's a little too small, so I'm gonna give it a bit outside of that. But yeah, you get this darkness spell off. You get a surprise round, and
I think that's 30 feet in radius, right?
that's a 15-foot radius, 30-foot diameter. So,
okay.
Yeah, right there. So, great. So, do you have a direction that you want to run as you get this first move here?
Yes. What is this thing right here? I'm gonna ping it.
The little red hut?
That.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, the little
So-
red hut, and also this thing right down here.
These two things are buildings. They seem to be sort of like sheds almost. These big pools are spots where spelljamming ships can actually land on this ship. They have a sort of like gray water inside of them and everything that is like attached to it is mechanisms that are helping sustain that. So, yeah.
Okay. I want to, but what is this little hut over here? The red roof hut?
Yeah, it's basically like a building, like a small shed.
I'm going to run. Do I get? Will throwing the Rocky Talkie count as my action?
You could drop it, you couldn't throw it.
Well. Yeah, then, sorry, I'm just doing the movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
What you got?
I can't get to any. I guess I will. Actually, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go back here, and with my action, I'm going to throw the Rocky Talkie out here.
Your action was to casting darkness, so
Oh, I thought that was before we went into.
you're not
initiative?
first in
Oh.
initiative. Yeah, so this is still your surprise round.
Oh, okay.
Ventress got above a 23.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah, sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
Okay, then I will hide here behind this thing, right next to me.
All right, great. Give me that.
Stealth?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, go ahead and. You shouldn't be able to officially hide, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway because you're inside of darkness. So give me that stealth check.
21. Oh, I thought this was like a little wall thing or something.
It is.
Right here.
Yeah. You can like just move yourself there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll get back behind it.
great. Okay, cool. Then that is gonna be the end of your turn, I believe. The surprise round, and it's gonna bring up Ventress, who failed his perception check to find you, which is pretty impressive. And you hear a cry out from it that is a very like flat-toned voice. Just yell, "He's running!" And he's going to move out of the globe of darkness, and he is going to try and actually no, that's all he's going to do. Is he's going to move out of the globe of darkness, and he did not find you, and that's his whole turn. And so now we are going to drop down to Flute and Moonboy, who are not currently on the map, but
K.A.I and Moonboy.
K.A.I and Moonboy, excuse me. Yeah. And K.A.I, you're going to be up first here, and Moonboy, you're going to go right after him in the initiative order. And you step through the portal here, and you see one person standing right there. And it is someone K.A.I saw in the bar before. and they have one mechanical arm
Oh.
and kind of this like shortcut haircut, and they look at you immediately.
Now, sorry, just out of character, we're not in the same area that Andrew is currently in, yes?
That is correct.
Okay.
It is going to it will be 20 feet of movement for you to kind of go from entering this room to going up the stairs here.
Okay.
And, yeah,
that?
and you heard Flute yell it. You all are in initiative order here. It's
Whose turn?
Kai,
is it?
it is Kai's, yeah.
Kai, would you call what we did under the table there a short rest? I think that's the conversation that we're having as we walk along.
It's just, how you feeling? Yeah.
She's standing in our way.
No, it looks as if she has just stepped out of the portal.
Right, I'm going to move up the stairs.
Great, you're just blowing past her?
Yep.
Awesome. She does not react to you. And Moonboy, you see Kai kind of like look at this person, and Kai steps past. And as you go by, Kai, they look at you and they go, they're coming after soon. There's more widowers coming through, just so you know. And she kind of, they look at you and nods, and they're like, yeah.
Okay. Can I talk
right.
to her?
Yeah, I mean, this is you have like about 6 seconds if you want to. You've heard this from Flute, and you want to talk to her. Like you can jump up through there, but and talk to her in this passing moment. But you do have just kind of like the adrenaline of.
If you're
Flute
some
yelling
kind of
out.
friend, tell them we went that way.
You pointing down.
Yeah.
She salutes you and is like, got it.
And I'm going to keep going. As I heard that Ventress, sorry, I'm forgetting that it's actually my turn.
Yeah.
As I hear over the walkie-talkie, we did hear that Ventress is upstairs. Mm-hmm. I'm going to begin transitioning into my guardian armor.
Cool.
Right
I love this moment of you just like running up the stairs, like doing this salute to someone who's also who is partially mechanical, and then as you're running, just like shifting form as you run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to step all the way up to the top deck here?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
All right, great. I will put your token up here. You have 10 more feet of movement, and you can do a perception check that does not count as an action as you step out on top of the dock here.
10.
Cool. You see Ventress and a big open ship, and this globe of darkness right here. That's all you see.
I'm going to shoot at him.
Great. Take
On
that
sight.
shot. Yeah. Give it to me.
I'm not
Tell me-
talking to him.
My man.
He sees you step out, but he is laser focused on this globe of darkness. And when he sees you step out, you see him just kind of like locked on you.
I came out from
it.
this building.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I put you in the wrong spot. You're right. You came out from the not the building, the stairs.
The stairs.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, I'm going to shoot at him. I got a 21.
Yes.
In fact, I put you on the wrong side of the stairs too, so I'm just gonna adjust here.
Still don't
21
see-
absolutely hits. So
There it is.
yeah, you hit Ventress with that 21.
All right.
What is?
Then he
And
takes...
just as a note to Harlan, on the Rocky Talkie, I don't know if there's different buttons, but I wanted to send that to everyone, including the ship also.
There is only one button, so anything that has been communicated on the Rocky Talkie will have been communicated to the ship.
Great.
So.
Cool.
I actually recently made a stat sheet for the Rocky Talkie since they are different than Sending Stones, as just in our role play, they've kind of
Whoa.
like adjusted. So I have them specifically made, which will be fun. Something we can
cool.
show at some point. So
That'll be new
not a-
merch. We'll be selling rocks to whoever wants to buy them.
they come with a stat
So
sheet.
he
Go for it.
takes 17 points of lightning damage.
All right. Is that it? Is it your turn?
my bonus action, I will activate around me a defensive field as I stand there looking at him.
Okay, cool.
There's a faint shimmer around my body, and I
Love
will gain
it.
Yeah, so you just
some
burst.
temporary hit points.
You burst from below here, and like as you're shifting into this more powerful form, this lightning just flies out from you, and as you see him just like locked in on this globe of darkness, and when you come up here, he whips around at you and is like visibly reacting to you right as the lightning just like slams into him and like fills his whole body.
Oh wait, I get a second attack.
Yeah.
All right, I thought you might have. So yeah,
Sorry,
good.
I almost
But
forgot it.
you step into this defensive shield, and as you ready that second attack, he looks at you and he goes, "You are K.A.I." Just very like looking directly at you.
I don't say anything, and I blast him again, and I got
Great.
higher than I did the first time.
Awesome. Roll that damage. 2 hits on the baddie.
He takes another 10 points of lightning damage.
All right. Yeah. So with this, like with him just like locked in on you, and also trying to keep an eye on the globe of darkness at the same time, he is not able to skip out of the way, and you roast him again with some lightning bolts. And there we are. Which is going to bring up Moonboy, I believe, as you've used your bonus action, all of your movement.
Yep, I'm done.
And cool.
Okay.
Moonboy, you can be in the same spot here, like right behind K.A.I, but you only have 5 feet of movement after that.
Can I take it back to the moment that he ran out, that he saluted her and ran
Sure.
out?
Sure, absolutely.
The Moonboy sees this person, and I think sees this exchange, and he would like to kind of do his Moonboy vibe check on her if he can. He wants to kind of lock eyes with her and just...
Sure, you can do a perception check on her.
He wants to kind of...
Insight, excuse me, yeah.
Yeah. One moment. That is going to be a 16.
Yeah, she seems cool, which is really,
seems cool.
with the 16, you see the exchange she has with
Yeah.
K.A.I, and it's clearly noted that she's... I'm hesitant to say on your team. I wouldn't say you know that much about her, but she's not like stopping you, and she is like nodding with K.A.I. It's like, yes, I will throw them off.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Moonboy says, "Help us.
She...
Help us."
I will say, with the insight check, if you want to do a persuasion check too,
Okay.
this is gonna be your action.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, cool. All right, roll that persuasion check.
Give her the puppy dog eyes, bud.
I'm so bad at it. I'm a stinky little weirdo who lives in a barrel. Okay.
Oh, you set the line. I love it. I'll tell you what. I'll give you advantage because it's episode 20.
Whoa.
What?
That's
Yeah.
for everything, though, right?
No, it's episode 20. Klik's not here. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Okay. Well, thank God I got a 4, but it was a natural one.
With advantage?
No, it's a 4 with
You got
advantage.
2 natural ones?
No. I don't. I have
Oh,
plus
it
0.
was before, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yikes.
She looks at you and just kind of shrugs and is like, "I'm not dying here," and
Okay. Well,
but she's not attacking you. She's not hurting you. So you can.
I understand. May you make fewer mistakes in your
You
life.
too.
Indeed.
Cool. All right. Do you want to move upstairs with the rest of your
Yes, I will. I will move upstairs and join.
Did I?
I will move upstairs and join K.A.I, but I will also, as a bonus action, use my second to last level 1 spell slot to cast. Flame Blade. The Moonboy goes, "All right, I guess we do this old school," and he pulls out his sword of gleaming moonfire.
Okay. Great. Awesome. Cool. All right.
Did I lose my regular turn in the?
Oh, I did. I
action?
skipped you. I skipped
Okay.
you. I'm sorry. You can go right now.
Cool. I am going to hum a discordant melody, and Ventress needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I don't need to see him to cast Dissonant Whispers. He just has to be able to hear this tune.
Okay, cool. I can do that for you.
And it's a 14.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, cool. I got a 15. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, I think nothing happens. Oh, he takes half as much damage. Okay. He takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay, cool.
But that's all that happens.
Great. Yeah, there's just you hear him cry out in a very, again, flat tone, but like loud, with his gut. Go, Flute! I know that you were here. And that's all he says. That's gonna bring. Do you want to do anything else, or you staying there?
I will stay in my little dark pod.
Okay, cool. He will get to make another check on his turn to try and find it. That's gonna brings us back to the top of the round here, and with that, this commotion that's gone on board, with Ventress sneaking up on you quietly, and then there's been a lightning burst, a globe of darkness. You see K.A.I and Moonboy, you both see 2 widowers come running from behind Ventress over here. And the back of the ship. Man, I should really learn some nautical terms if I'm going to run a Spelljammer game.
Aft.
Aft. Look at that. You guys did good. And so, yeah, 2 widowers show up. I lost their tokens, but they're about to be on there. Behind him. And I'm going to put them in initiative, but they are not going yet. So, as Ventress is going to go first. Let me just get their tokens on the board, and then we'll jump into this. Wow. As they are coming from over here. One's right there. And one is, boom, right there. Okay, cool. And so it's going to bring up Ventress, who's going to see you, K.A.I, and he's going to say, K.A.I, you must come with me. You are unsafe, unstable. Come with me. And he's going to then try and cast a spell on you. If you could make a wisdom saving throw, that would be great.
Does he get advantage if he's in battle with him?
That is a good question, and we're going to find out. Yes, you do.
There you go, Andrew.
Hey, that's one better.
Yep.
19.
19? Yeah, you are okay. That's exactly what you needed. That was on the number, exactly what you needed to resist this.
Keep rolling them.
Good.
And with you shaking it off, he looks at you and is like, this is very unfortunate. And just kind of like moves his sword around and is going to walk, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet towards you as he just like walks forward with his sword out and down. And that is going to bring up Flute. You are now up.
By the way, Moonboy, you have Bardic Inspiration. I cast it on you when we walked into Murderitaville. You have one.
Right.
Look at that,
D8
Andrew.
to
Just
cash in.
Good job.
keeping
boy.
track of things.
Andrew, for real, man.
Keeping track.
Where are the 2 goon boys that you
Um,
said popped out?
They are back here on the map. You can see one of them is by the staircase over
okay, yeah, I
here,
see
and
'em.
one of them's farther back. Yeah, they're both just like human widower men, and they have swords out, and they're just kind of like come running over.
Okay.
As it seems like the more commotion that happens on this very large ship, the more people will be involved. It's like I'm not gonna make you roll for that. I'm just want to make sure I'm being clear about that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers again, and Ventress needs to make that Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I don't think I got it that time. I got a 13.
Nope. So he takes 7 psychic damage, and he must immediately use his reaction, if it's available, to move as far away as possible to where he thinks I am.
Whoa.
Oh boy, okay. Let's see. He doesn't know where you are, so I think I'm just going to move him straight toward this globe of darkness here. And he gets to use his full movement, right? All right, boom. He is inside of that globe of darkness as he lets out a cackle as the spell hits him, and he like looks up and around, and you can see the fear in his eyes as this is like unnatural to him because he's not a laugher. Surprise, surprise. But as he's letting out these like grimacing giggles, they're like he just like sprints with like his sword down into this darkness right here. And that's it, right? Kind of like bleeding from the nose with these dissonant whispers. Would you like to do anything else with your turn, Flute? Or are you staying right there?
I will stay there. Apparently, you can't dispel darkness even with like an action. Or I guess I will drop. Well, do I know that he's in here with me? If he cackles as he comes close to me,
you can do a perception check real quick if you want to, as you cast the spell and are familiar with what the spell does as well.
I got a 16.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you know that he is moving toward you.
Cool. I will drop concentration on darkness and not have it be around the sphere anymore.
All right, cool. It is Gonzo. You just see this, it melts away, Kai, and Kai, you have this moment of like, uh-oh, and then it's Flute is just knowing exactly what to do in this moment and drops it, so you still have sight on him. So yeah, okay, cool. That is going to be Flute. If you're done, it's Kai's turn.
I'm done.
All right, great.
Okay. I'm going to move towards Ventress.
Okay.
25 feet. I'm going to... let's see, I'm in my guardian form now. So I'm going to cast Firebolt
All right.
at him. And it comes out of my eyes.
Whoa.
Beam of fire.
Hell yeah, it
My
does.
eyes.
Hell yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, you see this guy running away, the darkness drops, and you can just firebolt this dude in the back.
All right, that is a 19 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Yeah, the firebolt hits the back of his chest, and you just see this like ripple of arcane shimmer and you smell a bit of burnt leather, and you know that he is wearing armor that makes his AC pretty high.
Yeah, that was a
Alright.
19 that missed.
Yep. You've had a 21. You've had a 21 hit and a 19 miss. So seems like his AC is somewhere in between there.
All right. Can Moonboy give me your bardic inspiration? Okay, that's my turn.
All right, great. Yeah, so you just go chasing after this creature or this elf as he's charging in toward Flute here, and it's going to bring Moonboy up.
Moonboy takes, with his non-sword hand, pulls his hat off, and a flash of fire fires out of it, and toward Ventress, and he's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh boy! All right.
Please
Roll high.
hit him. Please.
Hey. Look, nobody wants this more than they.
Remember, you have
Bardic Inspiration. Sure. For some reason, it's not showing me. Here we go.
What are you looking for?
Guiding bolt. Sorry, they.
Yeah, you roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier to it.
I got it right here.
Hey, well, oh wait, he's ready.
It misses.
All right. Yeah, what'd you
It
get?
is a 13.
Yep.
Boy, that number.
Yeah, it just flies past him as the Moonboy, heroically. And Jordan, can you move your token as your?
Sure, I'm staying right behind. K.A.I.
Okay, cool.
That's with Bardic. That's with the. D8.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Interesting.
no. So
It's
that's
a
13. So if I
But
roll
a
an
19
8,
didn't hit.
A 7 or 8.
but if I roll an 8, that'll get us a 21, and that will hit.
It's up to you.
I'm rolling it. Well, that's a 7. That's a 20.
That hits.
Bongo!
That's huge.
As he throws this ball of moonfire out of his hat, it looks like it's gonna go wide, and he says, "Windrider, guide me!" Remembering the
Remember that sweet riff that I
that
hummed?
sweet riff, and it lands. Boy, I just like to shout out Jason Wardell for that moment, by the way.
Dude, did you hear that music line up? You're tell all your
So
friends.
good.
You're not gonna get
So
stuff like that anywhere else. That's so good.
Okay,
So
this is,
good. Give me that
46
damage.
Radiant damage. We're talking 3. We're talking 6. We're talking 3. We're talking 4. So
I
that's
hope
4,
you're
5,
keeping
6,
track, 'cause I'm
7,
not.
16.
8, 9, 10,
Look, Andrew, you're on
11,
fire
12,
tonight.
13, 14, 15, 16. He's right. Math checks out. So that's
Look at that.
16 radiant damage. I don't know if that matters, but the next attack roll against him will have advantage. He is still glowing with this silvery moonlight that seems to burn the very lies from his soul.
Yeah, he's just hit totally in the back and just like engulfed in moonfire.
You can still see him.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, he's lit up here on this kind of like huge ship that you all have just like burst out onto, and you can see people kind of like all over the ship here and there as you've had this. This is the second round of the fight to kind of soak this in for a moment here, and in kind of the haze and the mist that is surrounding this ship, this huge ship, you just see a glowing Ventress with his huge sword out and lit up by Moonboy's guiding bolt. And with that, it's going to be these two widowers' turn, who are each going to move forward. This one's going to move forward 30 feet here. And then this one is going to... This one, I'll just do them one at a time, but they are next to each other in the initiative order. So this first one is going to shoot a shot with its crossbow at you here, Kai, and that's going to be with disadvantage but it's still in the range, just at the disadvantage range. And that's going to be a 6 to hit, so that's going to miss you as this first boy rolls up and the bolt just goes flying by. The next one's going to do the same thing here as it steps up. And, I got a natural 20 and a 10, so because I had this disadvantage,
Clutch.
it's not going to hit you. So, ranged weapon attacks, they're wild. So, okay, cool. It's a huge ship. Yeah, you can see these two widowers kind of like both with their symbols displayed in a bit more piratey looking gear, kind of like ripped shirts and bandanas tied, running forward, and they both stop, whip out their crossbows, and launch shots at you that just arch up and over, Kai, and you have that moment to kind of ready yourself for them, and out of the way. And that's going to be their turn. And that's going to be the end of this round. We're going to go into round 3. What do you want to do? What's up?
Can I ask real quick that when I healed myself under the table, that was not a short rest, right?
That was not a short rest. Yeah, you had minutes, if. Yeah, that all happened very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring us to the top of the third round, which right before we cut to break, you all manage to... You hear... Moonboy, you hear... Okay, we'll go down below. As it seems like Talon... oh, I let the name slip. Oopsies.
Writing it down.
You hear them yell out, "Sounds good, Talon!"
And then we just start griefing him like a kid in an Xbox lounge.
Which it seems that with your note, Kai, you don't face any extra combatants in this round because she sent them down below because of your suggestion. I even rolled for that on the side, and she deceived them. So shout out to that.
Cut to Klik murdering all those dudes.
There's a little wiggle of fear in your brain as you have not seen your friend. And we're going to go ahead and cut to break here before we start the third round, as we're at the 9 o'clock mark.
Oof.
And so Jason is going to hang out with you all. While we take a break and we drink and we pee and we drink, we drink and we pee.
Jason deserves a little drink pee, right?
He's gonna get his time. Okay. We've talked about this. Don't worry, we've planned. But
All right.
he's gonna hang out with you all, and
He's just such a pro that he doesn't.
he just doesn't. Yeah, he's spaced out his drinking and peeing.
He pees 23 times a day like Da Vinci did. Really small pees.
So yeah, Jason's gonna hang out with you here, play you some music, and we'll be back in 5 minutes and see what happens here. How you all doing? Are you guys okay before we start this? Seems like you're hanging in. You've been rolling well.
Hanging in there.
I think it's the
Yeah,
music.
this is
Are we
has
out?
been good. The music
No,
is great.
we're not out yet. Yeah. Case is getting our halftime setup going.
That's
we have
okay.
a new,
They can hear
bit more
it. They know.
conflict. Yeah, they need one. Yeah.
Yes,
we're
okay.
We all do an emotional check-in at the break. That's what drink B means.
Yeah.
Um,
P stands for peer-to-peer emotional contact.
Yeah, you all have been truly. I'm impressed with your dice rolls and strategy so far.
I
So-
haven't been rolling great, but I think the Moonboy is very much playing it safe. He got rattled. He got knocked out a couple of times.
Whatever. You hit with guiding bolt, man. That's like.
Oh,
that's
that
like
was
the-
incredible! But
Yeah.
that was, you know what? I'm putting that on Windrider. That was That was a save for Bardic Inspiration.
That's fair. All right, we're cutting a break.
That's like the only lucky thing that Windrider ever pulls off is the Bardic Inspiration.
All right, sounds good.
Ability.
All right, we'll see y'all on the other side. See you in a second. Okay, so our audio is still live right now. So
Cool. All right. Well, I'll be back in a few.
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute. I'll be back.
Cool.
Case, I think they can still hear me. Can you hear me right now? That's cool. Let's bring us back in whenever we can. Cool. All right, let's do it. Just let me know when we're back in. All right. Here we go. All right, we're back. I don't know who's jamming some WWE, but shout out to it.
Watching a video.
I don't know who's got the wrestling going. Okay. Shout out to Jason, everybody. Give it up. Throw some dingers in the chat. How have we never said that before? That's fun to say.
Throw some dingers
in the chat. Shout out to Salty Reindeer for gifting 5 subs to everybody who's here hanging out. It's truly a good night.
It's Christmas.
Jason's gonna go take a second to have his own drink pee. And we're gonna go right back into this combat here, as you all are in trouble on the big top of the show. Actually, I would say I'm surprised on how well you all are doing right now. Anyway, I'll cut the
how
time.
fast
Case, am I gonna just take a
Valerie
second?
leave the game.
So it is at the top of the round is Ventress's turn, I will say. So we're gonna jump over here, and he's gonna move here toward you, K.A.I. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15,
Take
20.
just a minute.
And he's gonna get over here and take a swing at you. He's gonna step up and he says, "It does not have to be this way." And then with that,
me and my family alone.
Oh.
Don't ever speak to me or my son
again.
ever again.
But it says it in his
Actually,
guardian armor voice.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
My family alone.
if you say that to him, he will say to you, "If you come with me, I will let them live."
I don't respond.
Cool. All right. He's going to wait a second, and he's going to go
right now. I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Let's see. That's going to be a 20, a 19, and a 27.
The last one is the only one that hits.
Oh, what is your AC and how?
It's my AC is 20. I'm sorry. I was thinking about my my shield.
Okay, cool.
But with the shield, it's 20.
So only 2 hits. Only 2 hits with that, which is still...
I could have it be 21 depending on how I use my infusions, but it's not like that right now.
Okay, cool. Well, you're hanging in. You're doing all right. You're there. Okay, great. He is going to then do 28 piercing damage to you and it is magical attacks, if that matters. As you can see an arcane shimmer around the sword as he the first one you are able to bat away, and with that he just kind of like pirouettes almost in like very fanciful sword work and stabs one through it, and you, Moonboy, see the sword kind of like come out of the other side of K.A.I, and then it again just like stick in very quickly and pull out. And you notice his movement is very like almost dancing, like he's like very quick and precise with the sword, and then he kind of like steps back and looks down and shakes his head, and that is going to be the end of his turn. And it's going to bring up Flute.
That guiding bolt works till your next turn, right? Moonboy?
On the next attack, so he's not been attacked yet.
The next attack.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to run over here as part of the College of Swords. When I'm attacking, I can add 10 feet to my movement, so I can make that distance, and I will attack him with advantage with my scimitar. Oh no.
I appreciate you shouting out your mechanic.
An 18 misses, correct?
A 18 misses, that is correct, yeah.
And then I will... Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
Buddy, what you got? It's your turn. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what I want to do with my bonus action.
Fair and fair.
I will hum a tune to K.A.I and give him my third and final.
Chat pointed out that you are flanking him. Look at that. Andrew, Mr. Grumpy about chat.
I rolled with advantage in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, you can
sorry.
still be grumpy
Thank
at
you,
chat.
Thank you, chat.
You could still be grumpy at chat.
Yeah, thank you. And I wasted the guiding bolt as well, so I definitely used advantage. Thank you, chat.
Don't you get double advantage?
No double advantage.
No, it doesn't stack. But I will give K.A.I my third and final bardic inspiration with a little. I'll hum that tune, and that is my turn.
All right, great. That's gonna bring up K.A.I then. As you kind of like come forward, and he still just like without even looking at you, just dodges your attack as he knows that you are coming there, and he kind of just like leans out of the way, and you hear him go, "There you are," just like very plainly and calmly.
All right.
Yeah.
My guardian armor finishes transforming, and my giant armored fist lashes out, crackling with energy. I'm flanking him?
No, because he's engaged in combat with you. So,
isn't he engaged with both of us?
I thought with flanking it's just one, but I'll give it to you both. That's fine.
That's how I thought it was, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, because if I move away from him, he'll get an opportunity attack on me, right?
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that clocks in my brain. So yes, you do get advantage on this attack.
With advantage. They are the same. Oh no, they're not the same. It's a 13 and an 18. They look the same. So 26, 27 actually.
Whoa.
That lightning noise, it's so good.
I love it.
You said 26 and 27 to hit?
That was just my first attack.
Okay, then yes, that does hit. So, if you...
I should roll my second attack. Do you want me to do that and give you all the damage at once?
Yes, please. That would be great.
And a 24.
All right, also hits. You're in good shape here. Andrew Chat is lauding you now for your honesty. So you're back on good terms, just so you know. I know you deeply care.
I like chat.
He's always talking about chat and how he likes them.
Cool. Let me know how much lightning damage, right? Is it still lightning?
It's thunder and a little bit of lightning.
Okay, cool. Thunder and lightning, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He takes 26 points of thunder damage and 4 points of lightning damage.
Very good.
Cool. Say that number
he-
one more. Say them both again. I'm sorry.
No,
It's 26 altogether.
26 points of thunder damage and 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, cool. I thought I missed that last 4, and I did. So, yeah, you're good. Okay.
And he has disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone but me.
Okay, great.
And I will,
like
with my
that.
bonus action, my defensive field will glow again, and I will give myself another 5 temporary hit points.
Sick. Cool. Yeah, so you, as he steps up to you and stabs these 2 things into you and says this to you, you just steelily look back at him in your fighting form and reach out and make contact with him with both of these hits. And you all, Moonboy, you see him just like, again, he was lit before by your kind of like celestial energy, and now there's just like this crackle all around of his body as you can see him be electrocuted by K.A.I.'s like punches that are thrown at him.
Sweet.
And you want to do anything else?
No, that's it. I would heal myself if I could, but I can't.
Okay, cool. He's going to use one of his legendary reactions and move up to his speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And he is going to, so he's going to move 30 feet away from you all over here. As you see him, like, after taking these hits, he just kind of like almost he like leans down and is all of a sudden just like gone as he dodges under both of y'all's combat stances and whisks himself away and is just like running this way. And he says, "This is bad for you. I will not forget."
Can I use my movement to run back up to him? Or
It's,
did that happen after my turn?
Yeah, it's at the end. He can take his legendary action at the end of your turn, unfortunately.
Instant speed. Gotcha.
Yeah. But he's used one of his legendary actions, so that's good for you all.
Great.
Cool. That is going to bring up the Moonboy then, as you all are out on this dark ship, like not dark, but kind of like shrouded ship. There are these big bits of things all around you, and still no sign of Klik, still no sign of any hostages, and here you all are. What are you up to? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you
Hey, what are you doing on this
over
ship? Why are we here?
Okay, I am going to. So Ventress has skedaddled, right?
He's moved 30 feet away. You can still see him,
Oh,
but he's definitely moving back and away. So you can see on the map here, he's just kind of was able to use a quick step of his to kind of like finagle around their opportunity attacks and move away.
are they? We haven't seen hide nor hair of the people we're here to rescue, right?
Zero sign of them. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Call Lightning. But the thing is,
I love it.
when the Moonboy does that, it's a little different.
Tell us about it.
Because he's a little different. He kind of, he still has his hat off after throwing this ball of moonfire, and he whispers into the hat. He goes, "Help us, please." And strange bolts of moonfire shoot out of the hat and begin swirling around the room, and they go and they strike near where those 2 dudes are running towards us.
Okay, cool.
Moon lightning bolts crash down seemingly from nowhere. Right, but they do so right here, and I will need both of those gentlemen to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Cool. Can we say, just to establish this canonically, can we say that, like, you lift up your hat and, like, this moonlight comes out and, like, actual fog and, like, smoke comes out, too, to, like, form this cloud? So it kind of looks like a rock concert, you might imagine, with, like, mist and
Sure. He calls this strange storm with, you see a moon rising through the stormy clouds in this 60-foot tall... or 10-foot tall, 60-foot radius point. And it's actually, I think I can get everybody. Holy shoot. So this is a 60-foot radius. Does that mean 120-foot diameter?
Sure does.
Mumbo Mimbo. Okay, so...
Fun thing I
Jeez.
learned about Roll20 recently is if you hit shift when you draw a line, that line stays there.
Okay, well, this is a bit more lavish than I described. So as he whispers, "Help us," you said it, Harlan. Bilrus, glowing moonlight and clouds begin shooting out of this thing, and you can see for a minute a gigantic, strange to you, moon, and lightning begins raining out of these clouds, and it is every one of them is going to have to make a dex save.
Awesome. All right, cool. So I'm going to roll first for Ventress.
Oh, no, wait. No, I'm wrong about that. Sorry. It covers the whole area, but I have to pick a point. So it will be... The point will be right next to Ventress. So roll Ventress first, please.
All right, great. So he got a 26. So he saves. But I think, does he take half damage?
Yes, he does have to.
All right. So roll that 3d10 lightning damage.
Come on. Good damage. Good damage.
Sorry, one sec. I lost the last one. Where are you?
Man, we just lose dice on this stream like nobody's business.
Wait, when are you the corner?
You need a little dice tray, a little...
I was watching
I have
game
one.
tape of the last session to kind of see how the whole Valerie Lavray ending situation went down, and God, I was just also cackling at Eliza's frustration about not being able to find her dice, and then Andrew, you rolling that saving throw for her. Just awful. You love to see it.
Okay, he takes 6 damage. That is half of the 13 that I rolled.
All right, cool. Yeah, so he is looking pretty roasted at this point as he gets struck by another lightning bolt and is taking all of this lightning damage. You can see his like very finely and neatly kept blonde hair has this like frizzle and frazzle to it. It's like burnt away at some point. His very cleanly and precise uniform is burnt up a bit, and he is kind of like running away at this point. And that is going to bring each of these widowers up here, who are going to move 30 feet. So I think they're going to be able to get within 60 feet of you, Flute. Should be. Let's find out. Boom. Yeah, this one is just 60 feet, which probably means the other one isn't. So I'm going to take that first shot at you. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. And a under 10 to hit. So the other one is not going to hit you. So I'm just going to do 4 damage to you as just like a single arrow kind of sinks into your back shoulder. But you're doing all right. It's almost just annoying. And that's going to bring up Ventress again, as we're at the top of the 4th round here. And he is going to... What is he going to do? He's a little worried here. He's a little worried, I will say. As you see him kind of like running away from you all at this point, he is going to... I think he's going to look over at the Moonboy. And I'm going to see if this is going to reach you. Yep, I think I... Actually, no. He's going to look at Flute. And he's going to say... Going to yell back. It doesn't have to be like this. You could just give me the ship. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Charisma saving throw.
Do I get advantage since he's fighting me?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I'm double checking. But I appreciate you asking.
Kidding me? Oh my god. I got a 13.
Okay, great. With you all see your friend Flute And, for the viewer, when Valerie disappeared, hers was more of a swirl and some sort of like opening up of another world. This is more of just a poop as you just blink, you just like vanish from existence as you are currently cannot be seen. To Andrew, you got hit with the banishment spell as you are no longer on the combat field. And he is then going to continue to move the rest of his movement, and that's going to bring up Flute. Flute, you see nothingness around you. You reach over and he hits you with a spell, and for a moment you feel it take a hold of you, and for a moment you're like, oh, here I go. But when you don't see Valerie, you don't see anything. You just see pure blackness around you. You can see your own hands, but you're just hanging out in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing. And that is going to bring up K.A.I.
Am I standing on stone or am I levitating off the ground?
As you kind of like try and walk forward, you can feel your feet make contact, and as you reach up off the ground, like you can feel your body pushing off, but you can't like see what you're on.
But I mean, if I squat down and rub my hands on the floor, what would I feel?
It's like touching a wall when all the lights are off in your house, where like you can feel it's there, but you don't see anything except for your hand. It's just kind of like hit a black bottom.
But I can feel a tangible floor under me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Do you want to do anything on your turn?
Yeah, I would use my movement to crawl in a straight direction as far as I can.
Sure, absolutely. You don't notice anything change. As you kind of like crawl and move, you don't bump up against anything, and just like nothing changes. If you like get up and look around, you can still see yourself. There's no like point that measures where you are. So.
Okay.
It's going to be K.A.I.'s turn.
Oh, he's moving.
Yeah, sorry, I lost my roll 20. Yeah, he's going to move 30 feet, just pretty much in a straight line. So if that changes what you do, good to know. Oh, Liza's in the chat, and so she found both dice, just so everyone knows. I'm glad no pets choked on them. So, yeah, sorry, K.A.I. I had to reboot my Roll20 here. But he's going to move 30 feet away from you all if that changes your turn. But
he does.
Okay, cool. So he's going to move. All right, cool. That is his turn. He's actually right there, sorry.
All right, I'm going to move my speed after him. Is this a solid object between us?
Yes, those are masts of the ship.
I will move differently.
Yes, those are masts of the ship.
All right. I will once again try to blast him with my fire eyes.
All right.
I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Take that shot at him.
Can't get close enough.
That shot
is a lot. 24.
Yeah.
24. All right, that hits. Do that damage. You see him kind of like stepping behind, leaning against the mast of the ship here. And when you step out, he looks at you, and your fire bolt comes out of you and just makes hits right into his chest.
Ooh.
Hit him with that
Rolled a 9
vision.
and a 10.
Oh damn!
He takes 19 points of fire damage.
20.
Holy
20.
shit!
Vision.
That was good, Jordan. 19.
Hit him again,
All right.
baby. Hit him again.
Hit him again.
All right, at the end of your turn.
Oh, I thought you had extra attack.
Yeah.
I do, but that's a spell.
Oh, okay. Right.
So
right,
yeah,
right.
the
in.
Yeah, the fire just like slams into his chest, and you can see some of his like leather armor has been torn away, and his like singed hair looks like has fallen down here, like kind of over his face. And he looks up at you, and he goes, "K.A.I, simply join me. Why are you with the criminal?"
I'm gonna keep stonewalling him.
All right, great. It's gonna bring up Moonboy.
The Moonboy kind of looks up at the moon storm he just summoned, and he's like, "It's you! It's the moon!" And he runs into the storm once again behind K.A.I, and he is going to cast his fourth and final.
Real quick, does he need to make a concentration check?
Oh,
He
he
has not.
sure. No. Ventress does. You're right. I
Ventress.
forgot because banishment
That was
a
my goal
concentration
with
spell.
trying to damage him, was to make him do one of
Oh,
those.
dank.
Yeah. You got it. You are right. So you did how much? You did 19. Yeah, I have it here somewhere. So I got to get a 19 with Constitution saving throw. All right. Oh, I rolled a natural 19 on the dice. Oh boy. Oh man. So it hits, and you see like a flicker in his eye, but he holds tight to it.
Sorry to interrupt you, Moonboy.
It's okay.
That's important. All right.
Yeah.
Who's
It's
up
hard
now?
to see. It's hard to see you excited about this, Harlan. Sometimes I feel like we have different interests.
Hey, I'm just about the drama, man. I'm rooting for you too. I'm just also rooting for the bad guys.
Sure. Bad guys are sometimes the best guys. John Lithgow, for instance. Okay. I'm going to cast my fourth and final guiding bolt at Ventress.
All right.
Let's see. Come on. Give me
You
that.
know his AC is 20.
Give me that yeet. Oh, I blew it.
Not gonna hit.
That's 15, unfortunately.
Yeah, just in your hype of this, like as you move around, he has a little bit of cover here too, and the guiding bolt just kind of like slams, like glances off this mast almost, and he looks at you with sword out, and he's like, "You are all criminals now.
And the Moonboy says,
You have all attacked the Meridian Tract."
The Moonboy says, "Damn right, bitch."
Oh.
Nice. Language.
Cool.
That's PG-13.
Says-
Bart Simpson says it.
Says K.A.I down to little tiny Moonboy.
That's it. That's your trailer right there.
Yeah, and then so that's going to bring up these Widower Mercs who have more ability to get you now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Look at that. This one's going to... so he's going to take a swing at K.A.I here. That's going to be a 13 to hit, so that's going to miss as he runs up behind you, and just you see this dude with just like tied back bandanaed hair, pull out a scimitar and just bring it down at you, and it just like glances off your armor, and he's just like confused on what you are even. The other one's going to shoot you with a crossbow, and is going to also miss with a 12 as it just
Yeah.
flies by you. But we're at the end of the 5th round here, so at the bottom of initiative here, you all see 2 more Widowers,
Oish.
followed by come running up and out here. I'm going to put them at the edge of the stairs over here, followed by Felix. Someone who you would recognize, or Flute would recognize if he was here, as Felix Green, the person you saw in the bar. You all would know him as someone who was inside of the bar, and you would know because he's stands out. He has bright green hair, emerald green robes, and so he steps out here as well. And Felix goes, "That's them!" Yells it across with these other 2 widowers who are not from the bar, who were with him. And they are now also going to be in initiative in this next round. But we're going to start here with Ventress, who is going to... I'm going to make sure I can cast this. Just got to double check real quick.
least he's already concentrating.
Yeah, that's what I was double checking. It doesn't really matter. He's not going to cast it. He is just going to dash 60 feet. Nope, you know what? With him hearing Felix, he's going to kind of like look at you and shake his head and say, "You've made a mistake," and charge toward you, K.A.I. You are now flanked, so he is going to get 3 attacks on you with advantage. It's going to be a 25, a 24, and a 29.
Jeez.
As he hits you with all 3. And the first 2...
I'm going to, because I think this is going to down me, I'm going to cast Shield.
Sure. What's that take your AC up to?
25.
So he gets 1 hit, I believe, in what I just said? I already
Yes.
forgot the numbers. Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this, as he's like, you see a glimmer, just like this bloodlust in his very steely eyes as he steps up to you. And as he gets that first stab in, it gets into you and there's just a whoom, a ripple of the spell covering your body. And he's going to stop that. And with the 1 hit that he does get, and I'm sorry, I was going to do this anyway, he's going to cast Divine Smite at 3rd level.
Oof,
And so that is going to do 16 points of piercing damage. And then the Divine Smite is going to be 14 points of radiant damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Moonboy, you next to you, you just see him like reach over and miss 2 stabs and then get 1 through, and then with that he grins and looks K.A.I right in the eyes, and there's just a flash of radiant energy and it fills K.A.I up, and then he falls down to the ground off of his sword. And he looks over at you, Moonboy, and he goes, "Give up." And it is Flute's turn. You are still out in the middle of nowhere.
On a harmless demiplane.
It's true. You want to try and do anything?
Yeah, I'm crawling in this same direction. I don't know that that's where I am, so that's what I would be doing.
Sure. If I've just given you the opportunity for any flavor, if you want to throw it in. And that's going to bring up Moonboy. You are currently alone. You see Felix and the 2 other widowers. You see the 2, one widower flanking K.A.I, one shooting with a crossbow on the side, and Ventress ran toward K.A.I, lands him through, and he is unconscious next to you.
If I move
Flute's
this
just gone.
way, will I incur an attack of opportunity?
If you leave his melee range, you will. Yes. That is correct, you will.
Let me ask you this. I know that I can't cast Healing Word and another spell. Can I use my action to call lightning and then cast Healing Word?
It's not casting a spell.
Yeah, it's not casting a spell if you already have Call Lightning out.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Because you can hold concentration and cast a spell, so go for it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's what Call Lightning is so cool.
Yeah. Just so I understand this, before I try to do this thing, which I think is pretty cool, if I strike K.A.I.'s unconscious body, will he have to make a dexterity? Will he be damaged by the thing?
If he takes damage, yes. I'm sorry, what's the question?
If
you
If
do
you
damage,
hit me with Call Lightning, it will hurt me.
yes.
Wait a minute. Maybe I can
You
do
might get to
something.
select who gets it. I don't remember. I used to use it all the time, and I don't remember.
I do need... Oof, this is tough. I apologize, guys.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Take a second, because we are in critical
Question
moments
for the
here.
DM. This is a question I forgot to ask.
Hit me.
Does the Windrider recall anything about like escape pods or lifeboats on this giant ship?
You can roll a history check. I think we've established that you've not been on this, but you've heard a lot about it.
Nat 20.
Oh.
2. So 22.
All right.
Okay, the Moonboy casts
Okay, I'll tell you a second.
Thunder Wave.
All
The Moonboy, he says, give up, and the Moonboy says, bleep you, but the bleep is thunder clapping. Exactly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And I will need Ventress, that other widower, and K.A.I to make Constitution saving throws.
Wait, so it's a 15-foot cube or originating from you? So you would have to, if you wanted to get all three of them, you would have to step behind either Ventress or the widower because it's not a cone; it's like a straight line. But
it's a cube all the way out from me, right?
It's not. It is a like 50. It's 15 feet of a block. I promise I can show it to you later, but it's not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, forget that then. I'm going to strike lightning behind them right here. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
So K.A.I automatically fails a death saving throw because he is unconscious. So you have one failure, and Ventress got a. He failed. He got a 9, and the other widower got a 13. So I believe both of those fail.
Also fail. So those two guys will both take 3d10 lightning damage.
Alrighty.
It'd be cool if lightning healed K.A.I. Maybe we could work on that in the workshop.
We'll get to work on that.
I'm charged up fully.
15 damage each, and as the lightning flashes down, I lean down and give K.A.I a little kiss on the forehead, a little moon kiss, and he regains. Let me just roll it here.
Did Ventress take damage?
He did.
He's got to do his concentration.
You're gonna regain 5 hit
throw.
points, K.A.I.
He has to beat a 10.
So K.A.I. So let me just. So the Moonboy, you pull this lightning down. It fills all three of these people with lightning, and there's a moment where you're like, if it was a movie, you see K.A.I kind of like Moonboy being like, what the fuck? You just hurt your member of your own party, but right after that, you lean down and heal him, so the saving throw doesn't matter at all. The lightning roasts this widower that is flanking K.A.I, and he falls over and is unconscious and is off of the board. So he fully dies from this lightning damage. Ventress takes another hit, and just you see blood is coming from both of his nose and now is from his ears now, as he is very, very fried. And with that, you see him wince in pain, and whoop, Flute, you are back in initiative. He dropped concentration on
Hell yeah.
So do I get to go right now?
No, because you were before Moonboy in the initiative
I was
order.
before Moonboy.
Yeah.
I assume I popped.
Which I actually
right
should have
where
made you
left,
roll
right?
a death saving throw.
Should have rolled a death save. Could have rolled a 20 and taken a turn.
I know. Let's roll for it, and I'll give it to you.
Could have rolled a 1
totally give it to you.
Could have rolled a 1 and had 2 fails before you got that
killed.
other fail. Yeah.
I'll give it to.
Maybe we should just not roll.
I'll give it. Yeah, if you want to take that risk, I should have given it
success.
to you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry about that. I should have caught it.
No, that's fine.
That's so. It's
I got my hopes up about when my turn was.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard. I skip people if they're not actively next. It's a problem.
That makes sense.
I gotta fix it. So it is. So Moonboy, is that you want to do anything else?
I don't.
Action, bonus action. So I think it's just movement. Yeah, and you told K.A.I how much he healed.
At least my AC is still 25 till my next turn.
Yeah, you healed for 5.
Yeah.
Or actually, can I? Oh no! It was 5. Yeah.
Yep. All right, great. So it's going to bring up Felix, this wizard here, who's going to see Flute pop back into things, and he's going to step over here and go, "Oh my god." As he got a 19 to see if he recognized you. And he goes, "It's Flute!" He yells very loudly. And...
So, I don't want to sandbag the momentum. He should only know me as Windrider unless I divulge, because part of the faceless persona is your two identities are imperceptible to others unless you share them with them, sort of.
No, a wonderful piece of flavor and character backstory almost, as all of the widowers know you as Flute. We've talked about that, and I forgot it. So yeah, he instead of that, I will wreck on that. He says the Windrider out loud. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Harlan. Before we get too far away from it, this widower died, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'll take him off the board.
Can I swivel into that spot?
You will take an opportunity attack if you do that.
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Cool.
Sorry. So yeah, he could recognize me as the Windrider for sure.
Yep. All right.
I think the confusion is because in the backstory emails, I always call him Flute, no matter what.
It's okay.
I never refer to him as Windrider.
I love establishing that now, that he is only known to the widowers as Windrider. So, cool. You also got a natural 20 on the
history check for lifeboats, escape pods, things like that.
Yeah, there are ways in the cargo hold. There are kind of like hatches with actual lifeboats. You know what I'm saying? Like just like actual row boats that you can kind of like, that are designed to, if for some reason it were to crash land in water, that you could push out and row to shore.
We are currently up in the clouds, right?
Yes, you haven't been close to the edge, so you see kind of like a mist around you. You don't know how far off the ground you are. Okay. So it is Felix's turn, and he is going to look at you and say, "God, I'm so happy I get to be the one to kill you." He says just very smugly, and
it's like Commando.
He's going to hit you with a magic missile spell as he snaps his fingers, and all of these tiny stingers that look like they would be attached to bugs kind of conjure themselves up in the air here. And he's going to upcast it to the 3rd level. So you are going to take 5 d4 of damage, which is 17 points of damage as all of these stingers just kind of like form like a cloud and just race toward you and into your body.
Oh, yuck.
Great. And that is going to be his turn. It's going to bring up... it's going to bring up the Merc, who is still alive, who's going to move forward here toward you all. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at you, K.A.I. And that's going to be a 9 to hit, as this guy has just done nothing. This guy, working on this ship, has been bored most of the time, just doing, like, menial labor. And then finally, he sees this super important person in the world, like, in a fight. And he's like, yeah, I freaking got this. And he's just run forward and keeps taking shots. It keeps missing. And he's having a moment where he's like, God damn it, I got to be helpful somehow. He's just not doing shit.
Yeah.
You can see it on his face how ashamed he is.
One of those things where you're like, the best I can hope for is that no one's noticing me suck.
Yes, exactly. So that's going to bring up these other 2 guys over here who are going to step here. And this one's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're both going to take shots at you, Moonboy. With their crossbows, that's going to be a 5 and a 12. I think both of those miss.
Both miss.
As, man, these guys are just stormtroopering it up over here.
God.
It's strange. It looks like they're coming right at Moonboy, and right before they hit him, it's like this invisible moonbeam. Pling, pling.
Whoa! Stop that!
Yeah, as the bolts whiz by you.
Stop that right now.
With that, it's going to be Talon's turn. As this woman kind of like slicks her hair back and steps out of this space, out of the staircase.
I think she's even cooler than Valerie, personally.
She's cool.
Wow, I'm glad Eliza's not watching the chat, or else this would be a problem. She slicks her hair back and is going to use her full movement to get behind this one and surprise attack him and punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah, I knew it.
She's gonna totally murk this dude. This guy's just off the board. As Moonboy, when you lean over your shoulder, you see her just like these two dudes shoot crossbows at you, and one of them suddenly falls over as you see this mechanical arm just jam in, like down on the back of his head.
Oh.
And she looks at you and shakes her head and is like,
The Moonboy is smiling just like I'm smiling right now, and they can't hear each other, but he gives her a thumbs up that says, I knew you were an unlockable character.
She goes, hold on. like that to you.
Oh, Moonboy loves it. It's the coolest thing he's ever seen.
Yeah, with the mechanical hand, too.
Oh my god.
There is actually like a slight inflate to it. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
It does the actual thing.
Yeah. It's going to be now Ventress's turn. And he is going to look at you two as he has healed you all. And he goes, I'm disappointed. Truly. And he is going to Misty Step. He's going to use the Misty Step and go 30 feet. Yeah, he's running. He's truly running this time.
Misty Step is the coolest spell that I'll never, ever get to use.
Yep. He looks at you and shakes his head, and his whole body just evaporates into mist and like gets caught by the wind and flies 30 feet that way. And then when he is out of it, he's teleported 30 feet, and then he's going to use the rest of his 30 feet of movement to just be booking it this way. And that's the end of his turn. He's now 60 feet away from you all, and it is Flute's turn.
All right. Just doing some quick math here.
He should be back one more. Sorry, I fixed it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing a bit
Does
of
he look
quick
super
range
duper
finding.
hurt?
He looks very, very like he's like bleeding from his nose and his ear. He has like visible burn marks. His armor is, even though magic is kind of like falling apart in places, he's really fucked up.
Do you still have a bardic inspiration, Kai?
Oh man.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm going to. Let's do it. I'm going to run toward Ventress, my full movement. So let me just make sure I do it right.
Yes.
30 feet. Right there. Okay. So. Oh no, move, idiot. Sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to cast Shatter at 4th level, which I believe makes a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. So I'm going to put that as close to him as I can, and I'll let you dictate where that is. It's 10-foot radius, so 20 foot in diameter sphere, 60 feet as close to him as I can get it. So I think I could park it right next to him, and I'm blowing it at the 4th level, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
So we've talked about this before on this stream, but I just want to really highlight to the people who are watching here, you know, how sometimes combat gets slow because we're like, oh, who cares? 5 feet of movement, blah, blah. But right now, you are literally one token away from one square away from being able to hit him. Like literally, it is. If he was 5 feet farther, you would not be able to do this damage to him. But because of this, you can. So you're gonna get this spell off as
save.
you pop out. Ignore Felix Green, who's heckling you, and he's gonna make a con save. He got a 18.
He makes it. He takes He takes
still takes
11 thunder damage.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there is a Flute. You just ignore him, run over, and there's a crack that sounds like a chandelier breaking, and you see him kind of like stumble forward as the energy hits his back, and you just see him like spit out blood on the ground, and he turns and looks over to his shoulder, and he says, "No," and is still moving. He's still up. So, but he looks very, very hurt here, and that's going to bring up K.A.I.
All right, I'm going to move forward in pursuit of Ventress.
I don't suppose Ventress is made of stone, crystal, or metal, right? I just
He's not the
Okay,
good
just making
question.
sure.
It's
Just wanna
fair
make sure.
ask.
Wanna
Totally
make
fair
sure.
ask.
That is a good question. It never came up.
I hide many things like that. So
You
that's a fair
never
question.
know. You never know.
And I'm going
Kai.
to...
Get him. Get him.
It would be so much easier if I was in my other form.
Bummer.
Bummer. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
All right. Roll a d20 and tell me if you hit.
Don't forget that bardic inspiration.
Cocked. That's going to hit. It's a 17 on the die, so 25.
All right.
This music rules.
Doesn't it?
How much damage you doing this play?
17 points of fire damage.
With this hit, you see him turning tail and totally running after him heckling you, and he's now just sprinting away, kind of like toward the back of the ship here. And with that hit, you see it make contact with the back of his neck here, and it just like catches his hair on fire in this hit too. And you know that normally when someone would hit like this, they would like bat at it, but instead he just kind of like falls slack to the ground in front of him, just like someone diving into home base, but with much like a sack of potatoes diving into home base.
He melted his brain.
And Ventress is down.
I'll use
Yes!
my bonus. Nice. I'll use my bonus action to give myself 5 temporary hit points.
Yes,
And with that, I'm gonna call a session tonight.
Okay. That's hey, no.
We are still in combat. I'm gonna
Look.
mark where we are in initiative order, but we're gonna leave it right there.
Look, this is good. This is good. Who gets a pause like this in a huge fight for a week? We're going out with a thumb on top. My man K.A.I just melted that dude's brain.
Yeah.
Astonishing tonight, y'all.
I've rolled really well tonight.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
that was
it.
good. That was
Wow.
good.
All right,
Where's Klik?
that's
even?
it. I know we.
Klik will come in as our reserves. Perfect timing.
I would just like to say I knew it from the second we said robot arm in the bar. I was like, oh yeah,
Anyone with robot stuff is a friend of mine.
DLC baby.
I'm real excited about Talon. Shout out to Alan, my friend, who helped me write her.
Nice.
Yeah, all right, y'all.
We got
We're
you.
gonna. We have,
Oh,
I don't.
man.
Have we done a stop in the middle of a fight and pick it back
Yeah.
up yet? This is
know.
dramatic. I will. You all are looking good. I'm impressed. I will say you're still in the middle of this goddamn ship. So
Yeah, we're still alone on a infested cruise ship with a high-level spellcaster.
Maybe they'll all leave
up
us
on
alone
deck.
now.
Yeah, I consider this a complete win.
Yeah.
That was the 7th round of combat. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping track. So
Cool.
that's it.
Far
That's
out.
it, y'all.
Wow.
Thanks everybody so
Amazing.
much for watching.
Amazing.
This was
Big
episode
shout out
1.
to Jason Wardell for this live
Yes.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
How incredible
Holy
was
shit.
that,
What a success.
Jason? Are you
He's on
hydrating?
screen here,
You
hanging
better
out
be.
with us.
He's got a camelback on as he's just like
Just jamming, spell jamming it.
Crushing
Hell
it.
love it.
Crushing
So
it.
good.
That's what I imagine a spelljammer sounds like when Goliath's using it to jam us through space.
It made. I don't know about you all, but it was just like so fun. It was like pumping me up the whole time.
Absolutely.
It was great. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. That was
shout
so
out
good.
to Jason.
Voice. I can
Shout out to Big Top for helping us put this whole thing together. Thank you, Big Top.
Thank you.
And-
Tom.
And this Friday, this Thursday, we've got an episode of The Dungeon. Carl and I have a talk show. We're going to chat with somebody about running tabletop games.
sorry, I
We
think
have a
that's me.
professor from CU coming on to
it
talk
shouldn't be
about
going on
medievalism and comic books and things like that. And then Friday, come back here at 7 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have a horror role-playing game, 10 Candles. It's a blast to play.
Cool.
We got K.A.I dropping in for his first role-playing game experience. So
It's gonna.
Hey, I'm here. Where do I put my bodice? Where
We got a
can
lot
I
of-
hang my great coat?
I'm
we got so much
excited.
good stuff this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday
Awesome.
night.
If you haven't seen Tinted Candles, it's just gonna be a really good time, and we're gonna be doing something different, with just like all different people. It's gonna be
Yeah, 10 Candles is
Super
heavy
fun.
on just the characters and story. There's hardly any mechanics to worry about. Much less math than D&D, for sure.
cool. And then come back Monday for when I finish the party off. See ya.
Hey.
No! No!
All right, thanks so much, y'all. We'll
We
see you
love
next.
you.
See you next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye. You're the best. Happy 20 episodes.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.